Hello, YouTube. Hey, Solo, what's going on? Blue is for Martians. Blue is for connoisseurs of people wanting the correct color. That's what that is, more, I'm afraid. The connoisseur's choice. Speaking of blue, we have to look at Warhammer Dubry Firkin's webpage in a moment. Just oiling your Votan? I don't even know how I want to respond to that phrase, that sentence. Solo. I just don't know how I want to respond to that. Good. Good. I hope you're having a fun time oiling them. Blue wine does not hit, right? Well, it wouldn't, would it? I mean, your problem is you're verging on hold on. Oh, who is it in Star Trek land? Romulan ale. That's blue, isn't it? Fear my Star Trek knowledge. This sword hasn't been done. That's fine. Not a problem. Hello, Butters. How's it going, dude? How are you doing, young man? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Whoop. You're so blue, I'm nearly dark fluorescent. I am alive. I am alive. That is a good start. Beyond that, I wouldn't want to press my luck with saying how good I am, Butters. But we are painting. We're painting some sort of weird volumes and stuff and things. Evolution, I'm all right. I'm all right. I spent the weekend. I downloaded Armor Reforger. So I'm trying. Well, I'm gonna put some time into that, I think, rather than EVE Online, which I was like vaguely threatening to do. As I understand it, Armor Reforger is full of dirty console jockeys, though, which is interesting. So we'll see how that goes. Filthy rascals. Butters, we're gonna just about to have a look at them. In fact, I mean, obviously, yes, obviously, yeah. They are fabulous, fabulous boys in blue. So I absolutely will be. I wasn't expecting it, though. Truth be told, I was not expecting those bad boys. Kato, I was expecting. Yes. Was it the fabulous, fabulous boys in blue that did it for you? That tickled that generosity. Thank you very much. I hashtag appreciate you, anonymous gifter. Give me just a second and I will tickle that hype button. Thank you very much for gifting that. Thank you very much. Bloody Eve. Yes. But I mashed it 4 times. Console peasants. Yes, RJ. Filthy, filthy, dirty rascals. A lot of them. You lost your battleship. Well, this is my concern. Why I haven't logged my character in the carrier. I don't know where my Balgorns are. For example, I know I have Balgorns knocking around. I don't know if they're in the carrier. I have 2. I got 1 Balgorn called Sucky Long Time. Balgorns are energy neutralizing battleships. Well, bonuses to energy neuts at least, and energy transfer. You played armor? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've played armor before. I'm shit at armor, by the way, just to clarify. I'm going to preface everything I'm about to say by saying I'm shit at it. Like, bad. However, I have, I did get into, there was one, was it Flashpoint? Operation Flashpoint? Anyway, whatever. I do like those sorts of games. I am just terrible at them. I had Armor 2, DayZ mod, obviously. I'm trying to remember the name of the bloody... I don't think it was Flashpoint. There might have been another game. Which was like massive, like huge amounts of people, massive maps, and, you know, you did people flying you around and all that kind of good stuff. You played 3,000 hours on Arm. Yeah, okay, so I'm not that good. I can tell you. Hey, maybe it was Operation Flashpoint Red River. What I am going to tell you is, I have some hours in Armor, an Armor 2, I mean an Armor 3 as well. I did actually join a clan or whatever you want to call them, very briefly. And then I had to. They made us download like 50 or 60 gigabytes of add-ons, and it was frankly, it gave me such a headache. I thought, fuck, screw this. It's a bit too much for me. However, I might like to give it another go again. You sunk my battleship. Anyone get the reference? I'll give you an internet cookie. I have not played that game in bloody ages. You talking about battleships, or are you talking about that quote in, was it you sunk my battleship in RoboCop? Dragon Rising? I think it was Operation Flashpoint, but there was another game I played which was also pretty saucy, which was not that game. RoboCop in movie adverts. It is a film though. 6,000 SUX. But do you know the advert I'm talking about? You did something with like something thermonuclear Dubry Firkins. And it said by death. Oh, Nukem, another quality game from Butler Brothers. That was it. Well, yeah, you need to regularly purge your internet cookies. That's the one with the dinosaur, the SUX. Yeah, I loved like all the adverts in RoboCop, and also the ones in The Running Man. It's a comedy film with a famous long-haired guy. A famous long-haired guy. Jesus. He's famous. And apparently might have had long hair. I'm trying to think. Like, is he an act? Is he like is Is he an actual human being? While we ponder this question, I'm going to neck some more coffee. The only one I can think of now is Brian Doobry-Firkins. May. And I don't even know why I'm saying that. Like, it could be anyone. A big Hollywood star. And he has a blonde, short-haired buddy. Your neighbors rang the door. Hopefully they were giving you good news. Oh. Garth. Doobry-Firkins. Garth. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I'm with you, Lucian. Hold on. Now, what was the original quote? Oh, shit. Oh, God, you know what? It's been so long since I've seen that film. It's been so long. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Not Garth. John Wick geezer in it. Keanu Reeves, right? And not Garth. I can't remember the other guy's name. You're Lost and Confused. Dazed and Confused is a good film I've not seen in a while either, actually. I'm trying to even remember what the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Yeah, when they go around and have to do, is that the one where they have to do a speech, like at the end of year, like an end of like year or whatever, like a speech, and they were given like history of the world or something. And they went through time to basically get like Napoleon, Genghis Khan, potentially. I don't know if Caesar appeared. I don't know who else appeared, frankly. It's been so long since I've seen those films. However, what I did notice the other day, 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. End of October. It's in my local cinema. I'm gonna go and watch it. Some sort of world involved. Some sort of world. What's up, Lathius? How you doing, you saucy beast? Alex Winter? Oh, that was the first one. Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen those films. Like, I enjoyed them then. I'm not entirely sure if I would enjoy them now. The second they go to hell, after being killed by the robot doubles. All right. Yeah. Now, I don't think I ever got around to seeing Back to the Future in the cinema. I'm going to remedy that. I'm going to remedy that. Hold on. Back to the Future UK release date. Okay, so I was 4.5. Sorry, 5.5 when that came out. So I don't think I saw that in the cinema. I'm going to resolve that situation. '87? No. I was 7 in 1987. Watching Alex Winter trailer. I've no idea what that is. Absolutely no idea. Anyway, so the paint has dried. We can maneuver back to where we need to be. So I'm going to leave my coffee cup recharging. Hold on, bugger. Okay, we're going to do one more pass of this, and then we will go and have a look at the Warhammer community. Alex, wait, was that what it was called? Wait, hold on. I'm so confused. I do have an electric mug that keeps my coffee warm. Hot, warm, hot, or piping? Well, everyone loves mashed potatoes, surely. Everyone loves mashed potato. But don't, there's something wrong with them. How you doing, Flinkite? What is going on? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Do-do-do. been a right couple of weeks. We're getting back to normal. I am doing all right. I'm doing all right. Still alive. Suppose is the important thing. I did, yeah, doing all right. Just, yeah, not the best couple of weeks either, but oh well. Yeah. Once we've done this, we're going to have a look at the Warhammer article, because, as we know, some of us will know, best boy in town got a new mini. All right, that's going to be stripy plasma gun. Stripes all over the place. These Marines are going to surround a crashed, Arvus lighter that has several live fires around in the wreckage. Very, excuse me, very nice. Badgie, Glorious, you finish your... Oh, you have. Hell yeah, dude. I will put a... After stream is finished, I will open up a little a thing on Discord, a commission forum thing, and we can have a proper sort of chat about it on that one. Yeah, I am going to need the STL. Using the D-Day diorama base from Airfix and modifying it to suit. Very nice. Romzilla, hello, how you doing? What's going on? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. Still live is your thing? It was a serious risk week before. Well, take it one day at a time. That's all one can do. Modern junk. The modern stuff, yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. Lathius, I'm a little sad they settled on the sword version of Kato. Me too. I mean, they were going to, obviously, but Lightning Claw version is the best version, and I will die on that hill. The old limited, yeah, he was. I love that mini. Where is he? This version of Kato is supreme. Although it's got the light on it a lot, but this version of Kato is the best. Very fabulous. Like, I know Mamacon did I probably butchered. I think I always get the name of his pronunciation incorrect. He did a freaking sweet conversion of Kato. Let me see if I can find it quickly. And I have shown it. I have shown it a few times. Trying to find it is the issue, because he posts a lot, like a horrific amount of. I need to learn how to, like, he does like painting tutorials. He needs to do tutorials on how to post so much on social media. I'm actually going to I'm going to attempt to do a social media post once this week, which will be amazing. If not more. That bloody hell. Yeah. Well, the one I have there is I'm 99% sure it's a recast, if not 100%. But I don't really care. Having it is the important thing. Let me find where the bloody hell. God damn it, dude! Can you just like post a little list? If Instagram was better, here it is. Hold on. That's a bloody... God damn it. What are you all up to today, folks? While I'm scrolling down Instagram, I'm just trying to find his original posting of this image. I don't believe I saved it, unfortunately, which was a bit tedious. Post less, please. Please post less. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. God damn it. The sword one is... No, it's not. It's shit. That is the actual fact about that. The sword version of Kato is terrible. Compared to the dual lightning claw version. And that's all there is to say about that. For some reason, I have the other version of him as well. I don't know why. I can't remember buying the bloody thing. I think he's missing a plasma gun, like plasma pistol. We're gonna have to go and look on his bloody X, aren't we? Mamicom. Spell his name correctly, shall we? Kato. Yes, that one. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ, that was taking me way too long. So yeah, Mamicon did do a conversion Primaris version of it. I think he used, I'm trying to remember exactly what he used, like one or if not both of the lightning. One was from one of the limited, like, you know, the Space Marine Heroes, Blood Angels. There was a geezer with a lightning claw. So I think one of those was his. And the other, I don't know, maybe both came from there. And then it went on to a Stern Guard, some kind of, not Stern Guard, I don't know. Whatever that, Blade Guard, I think it was, potentially. Aye. Yeah, I would have been, that would have been the easy way of doing it, but not the way I did it. Your method was far too quick and efficient. I go for the long route. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Icarus, like, the issue is, if I want to get anywhere on social media, I have to bloody post on social media, which is a curse. I would happily avoid it. Mine's still in the blister, although the blister pack looks like it's been sat. I have a blister pack of something, which is just falling apart. It's just utterly falling apart. Like the glue which holds the plastic to the cardboard is just dying. It's terrible. Can I check to disable print improvements and for a separate base? I can do a separate base. Yeah, I would do a separate base, absolutely. I'm not sure what, I've never actually used Hero Forge myself. Never used it, so I'm not 100% sure about some of these things. But I would definitely do a separate base. MLG Pro Method. What's up, Powerwolf? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, dude? Socializing, ew, people. Yeah, it is a. It is a conundrum. It is a conundrum, that's for sure. But hey ho. How you doing, dude? Hold on. Before we go anywhere, let's have a look at the internet. And me hiccuping. Warhammer Day brings a new commemorative Chaos Champion and a Space Marine captain. So here's Urkin the Dark Warden. Jesus Christ, he has got shoulder pads straight out of the 80s. Flippin' Nora. Those them big old shoulder pads. A grim and foreboding exalted hero of chaos is a chosen commemorative series miniature. Those impressive shoulder pads. Alright, do we like the helmeted version or the bareheaded version? It says with separate base, any overlap will stay, so you'll need to fit it yourself. Okay. I think that's alright. Found a source of milliput in your backwater deliverance. Oh, really? You don't have to go too far then. I'm very tempted by the bonk captain, truth be told. I mean, Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, Relic Shield, I suppose, if they're calling it, and a jump pack. Classic combo. Classic combo. And one I probably should get. Captain comes with a choice of heads and an alternate chainsword, but come on, who in their right mind would go with a chainsword? I suppose a what's the big chainsword of Doom? Double-handed chainsword thing. What's that thing called? Smash Captain vibes? Hell yeah, dude. That mini is going to be in... Oh yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, I can imagine buying him, because I am going to eventually do the Chaos Army. We are going to do, what was it, Quadruple Dragons. No, not a Chain Fist. Eviscerator. Yes, that one. The Eviscerator. The Eviscerator. Evisc. So I guess if you're like a Flesh Terror or something, or a Blood Angel, you might want to go with the double-handed Eviscerator of Doom. But yeah, I reckon we will be getting a couple of these. Yeah, the single-handed chainsword is... No. Yeah, I don't know. So this is... He's available for pre-order, excuse me, before Warhammer Day. But he will arrive in stores on the day itself. Oh, okay. So, I don't know when Warhammer Day is. Soon, TM. I guess. Soon. October. So then we have... We already clicked that one. Sunday preview. Super heavy metal in the Age of Darkness. Can Blood Angel capture? I think so. It's not just Flesh Terrors, right? I'm not entirely sure. I was under the impression that Blood Angel captains can. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe hold on, give me a mo. All right, so this is my this is my Blood Angels list. I called it Bloody Hell. Captain and Terminator armor. 2,500 points. Okay, so Captain, does it say with jump pack? Relic weapon. Hello. There's relic weapon. Starty's chainsword, power fist, or relic weapon, or the Thunderhammer and relic debris shield. I don't know. Maybe this is not it. Blood Angels can do anything. Yeah, of course they can. Just gonna pat them on the head and say, "Oh yes, of course you can." Be as condescending as possible. I mean, Flesh Terrors. Why do they not have a list at all? trying to see if I can swap it around to Flesh Terror. Flesh Terror E. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I'm not... Anyway, whatever. Every other chapter wishes they were Blood Angels. Sure. Alright, Lucian. First week of October. Okay. Jeez, alright. They just use generic Blood Angel rules. That is a bit sad, isn't it? That is a bit sad. You just want original jump pack Marines back in regular Mark 7 Aquila armor. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you there, Powerwolf. Seth rules went to Legends. Bloody terrible that was. Like... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Fellblade, super heavy battle tank. This is painted up in the Iron Warriors scheme. Or a scheme with them. Fellblade, hello. Everything interesting or flavorful goes to Legends. Yeah. Thing is, though, people have to remember, you don't have to play the competitive, like, tournament rules. You don't have to play the stupid tournament rules. This is it, Lathius. Oh, hold on, the Fellglaive. I'm sure they're doing a... Sorry, this is the Fellblade. The glaive doesn't have a turret yet, but I'm sure it will do. Glaive... Yeah, no, sorry. I like the glaive. The glaive is hot stuff. I'm looking forward to the glaive myself. However, I wouldn't say no to one of these. I wouldn't say no to one of these for my Imperial Fists because it's hot stuff. I aesthetically prefer the glaive. Yes. Absolutely with you on that, Lathius. And the glaive is a Volkite, is it not? Is it Volkite or is it insisting on an Imperial Fisting? I have an Astraeus for my fist, but it feels like G.I. Joe. This is the... Yeah. It does look a bit weird, doesn't it? Is it painted? Of course it's... I'm joking. Of course it's painted. Why is the glaive... Like... I typed in glaive and... There is no glaive. To me, that stinks of incoming plastic glaive, which is going to be happy days. Glaive is Volkite. Oh, okay. Cool. Because for my, hold on. For my World Eaters, that I'm really painting at the speed of a startled slug, we are doing Volkite. What's that tank called? Kratos. We're doing Volkite Kratos. Full Volkite. I ummed about going, oh, do I slap on magma on top instead of the Volkite thing? And I thought, screw it. If I really want magma, I'll just print out a new turret. The glaive, a bit too future tech for you. Yeah, so I suppose I think the Fellblade would be rather saucy for my Imperial Fists. I don't know. Maybe we'll do the glaive for the Death Guard. I don't know. Anyway, did I click on this again? Yeah, we do have this. So anyway, this is coming up for pre-order. Mark II Assault Squad, very cool. Very cool. Now I have some resin printed ones. I got some of these printed out in resin already. But the pose is different, etc. The armor's different. So I will be getting some of these. Or maybe a box of them. Glaive Fits and Night Lords. I do have I got King of the Night Lords just over to my left. So maybe I could accidentally start painting Night Lords as well to add it to the list of things I'm already painting. You want to make the Fellblade into a Plague Reaper? Tell me about the Plague Reaper. I'm not like a lot of these vehicles. I'm not familiar with them, or I've only just heard about them and I'm not familiar. Combat patrols basically for Horus Heresy. So you got Heavy Weapons Squad, Tactical Squad, Rhino, Leviathan. That's pretty hot. I like it. I like it. And then there's the Mechanicum Combat Force. Okay. And the other one, the Solar Auxilia Combat Force. I wouldn't mind getting some of these to have some like fleshy people for my Space Marines to boss about. The 30k assault dudes look better than the 30. Yeah. These guys look great. I mean, their chain axes look awesome. I do like the twin turbine jetpack of Doom. Like this sort of setup. Also, what's up, Gabba? How you doing, dude? Happy Monday. In it, etc., etc. Plague Reaper is an APOC vehicle made from a Bane blade. Oh, okay. Has a weird fleshy cannon. And Plague Vats. I am very, very tempted. You had me at fleshy cannon. I do have 40k Death Guard. I think you know what? Now you've actually reminded me. I might be aware of that. Let me have a look. I'm sure. Sorry, my mind is just like. I have seen it before because I looked at it somewhat recently. Apparently. Yeah, this rendition of it. I'm not entirely sure about this rendition of it. Like. Yeah, I have seen this. Where have I seen it before? Looks brutal AF. I have seen it before, Gabby. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I'm not entirely sure about this weird, like, the claws at the end. They look a bit weird. They always have you at fleshy cannon, you Slaneshi head. I don't know. What can I say? It's in the APOC, but of course. Okay. Yes, I have seen it. I just forget the name. My memory's terrible. Now, I do have a Baneblade. Just down there, in fact. But that is actually getting turned into a Stormlord. However, I mean, I would... I would be... Oh, dear God. When we get around to doing 40k Death Guard, we could do one of these. Or something like this. We could potentially do something like this. I'm just trying to yeah. You have. I just wish my memory was better. I really do. Like there are some vehicles I do remember, and a lot of them just like absolute disaster. Anyway. Forges of Saturn, combat forces for Horus Heresy. Very nice. Some Middle Earth nonsense. Helm Hammerhand. Okay. I guess. Some words I can't pronounce. Heroes of Rohan. Some dice. Void Scarred, some books. Some more books. The Remnant Blade. Oh, this was one I do want to order, I think. Do we like Mike Vincent as an author? By the way. But it's a Night Lord book, so I'd be actually tempted to buy it. Stories from the 41st Millennium. Darkness Eternal. The Elemental Council. So if you like your Tau books, then there's a book for you. You haven't read him? You'll be getting it. Yeah, I'll be getting it as well, Gabber. I saw that, like, I missed it. I was playing some Armor yesterday, or trying to, when this article came out, and I completely missed it. Honestly, though, where's... Hold on. No, we don't need to click on that. We need to click on this link. This is the link. Now, this one was a bit of a shock when someone posted this. I wasn't entirely... I thought... I don't want to say I thought it was AI, but I thought someone was, like, dicking around on Photoshop or something. Because, frankly, I was not expecting to see my boy, or one of my boys... Calgar in Terminator armor, as he should be, by the way, because I do think his head looks a bit weird. Not entirely sold on the head. You know, sometimes you're really, really happy with the head, and then sometimes you're like, you know, you pull that face. His head does look weird, yeah. I'm just wondering what... Because I don't like his other version. I have it. Like, in comparison, where's he buggered off to? Oi! I'm going to get rid of some of these pages. I prefer... This pose is great. Like, very happy with this. Did we not... We couldn't find any results. That blue is too... Looking proper granddad. Hey, listen, he's getting on. All right, he's getting on. I'm only interested in novels about Skaven backstabbing each. See each other helps me escape from thinking about Brit. Yeah. Have they nuked Marnius Calgar's old model? Whoa. This is... Sorry, did I miss this? Have they completely nuked his old model? I say the old one. I mean, we all know, like, his most like the one from 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. Sorry, that's me looking at other stuff. When did they get rid of that? That model's like brand spanking new. Characters. Did I not? I'm pretty... Oh, I thought I clicked Ultramarines or something. Anyway, I didn't like... wasn't massively sold on the old pose, like the weird one arm up in the air nonsense. It looked weird. I'm just wondering if maybe... Oh, here we go. I'm wondering if maybe we can do a head swap. I think I prefer this head to that head. I know it might just be nothing in it. It's what? I reckon it's probably 3 years. Lucian. It's ridiculous that they've... Like, I know it's Gravis armor and not many people... I don't think many people were massively sold on Gravis armor. I have a few of the Gravis armor minis, but I'm not... They should have just not done the Gravis thing. Really. I think they should have just done... Okay, find a new mark of, and then just Terminator armor. I don't think they really needed to do it. Anyway, I have this mini and I will paint him up. But, hell yes. Back in Terminator armor where he belongs. He's been at the pies. Listen, it's all right, okay? You like Gravis a lot. I suppose someone has to like Gravis, right? I suppose someone has to like Gravis. I have a few Gravis minis. I think, like, aesthetically speaking, I'm not massively keen on it. It works for some things. I mean, they could have done this with Terminator armor, I suppose, right? This is Gravis armor, right? Yeah. I do like these ones. This looks right to me. This looks fine. I'm sold. I can be sold on these ones. I'm not massively sold on. I think, like, I have some of the aggressors. I have some aggressors, and are these bouncy boys Gravis as well? I'm not sure. They're not. They can't be, surely. Mark X. I was under the impression these were Gravis. Evidently, I can't bloody tell. Terminator. It does look way better. That's Gabba. I'm gonna tell you something. All right. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it is better. Terminator armor is always better. Exactly, Lucian. Yes. You like Gravis as its own thing. I mean, I think I could be, you know, I could potentially be. I'm talking myself into like an army of just Gravis geezers. That could be done, but I want to do my Ultramarine first company first, which is going to be Terminators and Stern Guard. And some Blade Guard geezers. Gravis is mid. More as Devastators, not as Terminators. Yeah, I think these Eradicator guys, I think this is the best version of the Gravis. I think they look best with the heavy weaponry. It makes sense for them to have chunkier armor to support the massive amounts of more power you need potentially to shoot these weapons. And Terminator armor, like, that's assault armor, right? It makes way more sense. Speaking of which, they need to chop with the Terminator Assault Marines. Come on now, this is ridiculous. Anyway, let's just be happy that we have the man in blue in Terminator armor again. Can grab, looks better and it can teleport. Can Gravis? No. Inceptors are Gravis. Oh, Mark X is Gravis, yeah. In fact, I have... I was planning on getting some Inceptors. I was going to cheese it up when I was going to do it. I did a list of 6 Inceptors with Plasma Dubry Firkins. Terminator armor is reactor... No, I know, Lathius, I know. I know, it's repurposed. So he's got a sweet bit of cape action going on, of sorts. Very important. He's got some bling. Almost as famous as Calgar as Kato Sicarius. Now, I have the other version of him with the sword. I prefer this version over the other version. But he's nowhere near as good as double Lightning Claw version. And that is a fact. I really wish they'd done that. I you know, would have been asking too much then to do that, I suppose. But hey ho. That's hot stuff. I like it. I thought that said nerd there for a second. It says... Can't actually make out what it says. Nerid. Where Yeah, I can't make out. Miridi, maybe. I don't know. It makes some word I can't spell. Read. He's got 2, potentially 3 head options with the helmet on if he's so that'd be nice. So Tacticus armor. You've got the back banner, of course. He's a connoisseur. So his elite bodyguard. Betty, please. Look at these lads. Sweet, sweet banner action. Company champion. Or is it the chapter champion? And an axe chopping geezer. It'll say right here, chapter champion. Another is a chapter ancient carrying the banner of Macragge. I just realized I've basically been chilling in my pajamas for like 3 days in a row. Sometimes you just got to be comfy, Powerwolf. It is, yeah, it is a chapter champion. And Tommy, how you doing, dude? Happy Monday. Hope you're well. Actually, you know what? Did I read that? So Cato Sicarius is master of the fleet, right? As I understand it, he can teleport some geezers in, who aren't Terminators or Deep Strike. Sorry, it's Deep Strike some geezers in. Now I don't know if that's literally just intercessors only, or maybe it's Gravis geezers. Anyway, so that's a lot of blue stuff coming up, which is going to be very, very good. I mean, it would be nice. Like, I'm glad we've got good, like a better version of Cato, and a better version of Calgar. So I am happy that that's happening. I'm just Calgar. He's only just had a new mini. They could have just done like any other character from any of the other chapters. Like I love my Ultramarines, so I'm trying not to be too, but there's so many other chapters which need characters redone and stuff like that. It seems a bit, you know, bit could have spent the time doing those potentially, but GW slowly but surely admitting that Firstborn Drip is infinitely. Well, I know Powerwolf. I have seen. Well, yeah, they should never have gotten rid of the Terminators. Well, I know they didn't really, because they kept them, and they've only just got around to replacing them in like Primaris size. But like, I think they were hoping for that, like, to replace the Terminators with the Gravis stuff. That was my feeling, at least. They just never really did it for me. Firstborn Supremacy, down with Primaris. Do you see any Firstborn? All in the bin. Well, I see my Firstborn. Now all I need is some new sisters. Stuff. Plague Reaper, Apop. Oh, okay. You like to see Ezekiel? Pretty sure Primaris will be gone within the next 10 years at most. I mean, they should have. They should have just like sized up the Firstborn and be like, look, you got your old Firstborn, all your old people, fine, but we're not doing that size anymore. We're just bumping up the scale. We're not going to call it Primaris. They're just Firstborn. I know it's the sales thing. We all know it's a sales thing. Literally just an excuse to resell Marina. No, exactly, Lucian. Yeah, absolutely. I've got a theory that they're just slowly going back to Mark 7 Aquila back in silently and sneakily, so they don't have to admit they made a mistake. Yeah. We'll see larger firstborn style armors with some extra detailing here and there. What they need to do is bring back like Primaris Assault Terminators. Oh, sorry, Primaris? The new Terminators, Assault Terminators. Hopefully Cassius. My money on the next stuff for Ultramarine will be Primaris. Oh god, if only, dude. If like more than 4 miniatures though, more than 4 of them. What I would like to see. Oh, I'm going to tell you what I would like to see. All right, big butts. No, but what I would like to see is like a combat patrol of Tyrannic War Vets. That would be freaking amazing. I'm not going to see it. I know that. Maybe kill team. Maybe a kill team. And enough assault and enough like intercessors or whatever to make a Tyrannic vet squad. I need to get the old Assault Terminator set. Never purchased, but Powerwolf, do it. This is where I would suggest using my Element Games link. 5-man squad would be the way to go at £700. Hold on. What I was thinking, okay, sorry. What I was thinking over the weekend, I did pop into the studio over the weekend, on Saturday, and I was looking at the Kill Team starter set that I have next to me. The Space Marines in it. Now, I was thinking potentially Howling Griffins, baby. I was thinking potential. I don't know if this is going to be a disastrous idea, but I'm thinking when we get around this would be like someone said maybe just do a kill team of Howling Griffins. I thought maybe that might be a sensible way of doing things. This is my studio. Yes, I don't live in here over the weekend though. I try and attempt to just do the painting here during the week. So I can actually make time to game over the weekend, because like I do actually like to play computer games. I think I can honestly say that the old metal ones were probably your favorite mini. I remember seeing that. I bought 2 blisters of them. I wish I'd purchased more. Gabba, I really wish I'd purchased more. See, I popped in here over the weekend. I'm trying to spend. I don't want to spend all my life in here, basically. So I'm trying to do like a little bit more, like over Saturdays and Sundays. Like quite often, the family, like my brothers appear. So, I want to hang out with them basically and all play video games, or do other social stuff. So, anyway, long short of it is, I did pop in here and I was looking at these and going, ooh, maybe Howling Griffins. Some of the faces in that kill team. This one's making me chuckle a little bit. Am I making a mistake thinking this? You nutter Howling G's, yeah. I know. Well, I'm blaming Gabba for this, so you can blame him. If I lose my mind sometime, you can all point fingers at him and blame him. Why are you getting an advert? I don't know, Lucian. That I do not know. Well, you're not subscribed, apparently. That would be why, according to my screen. Yeah, you're not. You're very naughty and not subscribed. You played so much Helldivers this weekend. I played a little bit. I played some Armor, like a tiny weeny bit of it. Tiny weeny bit of it. So that's what I did this weekend. But I did pop in here. And Gabba, yeah, I am thinking Howling Griffins. I just need to figure out... Well, we're doing this commission first, so obviously we got... Can't do it quite yet, but it's definitely going to be on the agenda, and I think it's going to be them. And then I can always add to it later. If I can just find some transfers for them. I'm pretty sure I know where to go for the transfers. And I can just paint quartered shoulder pads. I did see another quad ski. Oh, which one? All right, dude. I don't know. The problem is I'm entirely blaming my early teen years of seeing like the various Bretonnian armies in White Dwarf for this Howling Griffin issue. And it's going to be a warm-up for my Bretonnian army anyway, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. It's going to be good practice. You can't hear a word I'm saying? Oh, hold on. I'll wait, Lucian, I can wait for you to speak. I mean, I can wait. Let me know when you can hear me speak. My wise words. Okay, hold on. Yellow contrast followed by red. That's what I was pondering this last night when I was lying in bed, not falling asleep and going, I wonder best way of doing it. And I did think doing the yellow stuff first and then doing the red afterwards rather than the other way around. Although honestly, painting these stripes, we did yellow over black. So as long as we can just do whatever it needs to be done neatly, I'm not going to be stressing too much about it. You've seen some very tasty yellow contrast schemes. Because yellow is connoisseur's color. You know? Might need to revisit that one. Penitent blades. Blue and gold. Blue and gold. Holy moly. So what was the other one? Who was the other quartered scheme? Was it white and blue? I do apologize if I'm pretty sure. I just got I can't remember. I got the memory of a sparrow or something. Hey, Flinkite. Hey, I can read. There we go. Thank you so much for resubbing. Thank you. Where's the button? There it is. The problem with yellow is the patchiness. Well, that's when Tactical Filth comes along and wins the day. It can... It can get patchy, which is obviously not great. But I think, like, I genuinely used to stress about painting yellow. I'm not so bothered about it these days. Not the stress that it used to be. Brazen Claws, red and blue. Jesus. Which one are you doing, Gabba? Why aren't you painting not patchy? Well, I mean, if I, you know, I mean, I don't. But occasionally, I mean, you know, occasionally these things happen, and you just sort of, you know, just relax and make it work. Iron Hand successors. Oh, Brazen Claws are the ones I know of. Wait, hold on, where were the blue and white? Hold on, I gotta Google this. Oh, the Nova Marines. Okay, it was the Nova Marines. I was thinking of, apparently. Was it? Okay, hold on. I found a Reddit post. These are black. Blue boys. Brown. Minotaurs. I painted one entire Minotaur thus far. Are those your... I don't know. Gold. Ugh. Gold. Grey. Yeah, there's not many green. Lots of green boys and girls. Girls. Dark Angels, Castellans of the Rift. I was going to do some Castellans of the Rift at one point. Never got around to doing them. Just because I like the scheme. Orange. Purple. I'm not seeing any, like, none of these schemes are quartered. Like, they have different colors. So I suppose I was expecting to see Howling Griffins there, but whatever. White, the Bastions. Yellow. Even mix. Okay, here we go. What? Who's the hell? Who are these flame yellow to orange, yellow to red blend? They got some blend yellow to dark blue, grey. Some very strange schemes going on. Halved. Oh, here we go. Proper. Here we go. Finally. Christ almighty. Blue and white quarter to Sons of Gilliman. Blue and cream and Nova Marines. Oh, okay. So obviously they're the Howling Griffins. Who are these ones? Yellow and green? Okay, so there's Nova Marines, right? Fire thingamabobs. Yeah, exactly. That last, what, this one here? Can you imagine? It's like primary colors. Yellow shoulder pads. Red, blue. Oh, that would be a nightmare to paint. It's like one cock up. It's like, oh God, I got to strip the leg. Start again. Novas always look awesome. Nova. Got a name. I can't name. I can flunk this. I cannot name many at all. That there are too many bloody legions. Okay, there are too many such chapters. I can probably do the legions, except like the missing ones. Yeah, I think that kill team starter set. I reckon we're going to do Howling Griffins. That's what I reckon I'm going to do. Looks like it does look like Lego Duplo. Yeah, not with that attitude. The first two are Chaos Marines. Are they? I suppose so. I mean, they do look a bit Dark Angel-y, right? In fact, are there any Chaos Space Marine warbands? I assume there are warbands with quartered, or I suppose halved schemes. I'm now I've actually said that. I'm trying to. Unfortunately I'm using my brain, which is a major issue. I don't know if I've ever seen any chaos, legitimately chaos, Space Marine warbands which with a quartered scheme. My old chaos codexes are at work. I have to look tomorrow. Gabba. You need work make some money for someone. You need your work codexes, and then you also need ones at home. What wouldn't you recommend, Lucian? Because now I've said that, like, I do have Death Guard, and there's Death Guard in that kill team starter set. I think I'm going to use those geezers in the kill team, like the 40k Death Guard, but unless there's any fruity, weird Death Guard with quartered schemes. Oh, using my brain. See, I already forgot what I said. That's the problem, Lucian. That's the problem we're running with over here. It's a goddamn nightmare. I would love to have a fully functioning brain. So if anyone has a spare one knocking around, without too much wear and tear and without any horrific memories, that would be sweet. Hook me up, please. Thank you very much. Howling Griffin's kill team will look awesome. Yeah, they will. My problem is, along with all the other problems, if I like it, then I'll be tempted to buy a. Then I'll be tempted to buy a bloody combat patrol and go, ooh, accidental combat patrol. You know how it happens. Did I go back to the... Oh, there we go. Let's go back here. So... Ba-da-bum. Which ones are you going to do, Gabba? I'm using it, as I said, I'm using this as a preparation, as a mental preparation for doing my Bretonians sometime this century. I need to warm up to the idea of doing them. And it's going to take a lot of preparation. I'm going to use the Space Marine chapters as a launching point for them. Because I know that's going to be hell. Goody gumdrops. I'm painting Grey Knights at the moment, but that one dude will probably be a Brazen Claw, as you've sculpted a shoulder pad for it. Oh, wait, hold on. As I have a sculpted shoulder pad for it. Very nice. Very nice indeed. You should do a kill team for them. Just like an accidental kill team. Or like... Yeah, just do that. That's what you should do. Get yourself a kill team. Because I was already thinking, like, what do I... My brain was like, what do you get next? Scout squad. That would be pretty sweet. A scout squad. For some Howling Griffins. And then a vehicle, of course, because I'll need a vehicle, because, like, you know. Everyone loves a tank. Almost finished with a Night Lord's Defiler. Tell me, can you remind me what a Defiler is, please? It's so irritating. Is that a dreadnought? Like a heavy weapons dreadnought? Or is it like the weird... close combat one that I've forgotten the name of? Add that to the list of all the other things I've forgotten the name of. Oh, it is a dreadnought. I'm not even looking at chat yet. You might have replied already. It is a dreadnought, I think. Not... Do I mean a dreadnought? Can I string a sentence together? No. Oh, it's a crab tank. Oh, God, it's one of those. Oh, okay, okay. I'm with you. Thank you. I was not... Okay, it was not what I was thinking of. I was completely wrong. Magnificent. Robo Krabby with a box on top. Yeah, with the great big shooter coming out of its mouth, right? Enjoy my technical words. Shooter. He's obviously like a London gangster. From like the 60s or 70s or something. Battle cannon toting possessed killer crab. Made of metal? That's the old one. You got there's a plastic one, is there? Oh, you meant in lore. Okay. I think the one thing about that one, I'm not massive... I'm gonna go and look. I'm still bemused by the fact that they got rid of the old Marnius. Bananas. By the way, did anyone do any of the made-to-order things? I did. I finally got my hands on Bjorn. Oh God, sorry, Discord. Completely forgot. Everyone does love a good flying bonk. That's why the Mile High Club exists, Lucian. There's a Plague Reaper of Nurgle. Oh, you're gonna have a sweet banner as well. Right? Is that me hallucinating, or are you gonna have an absolute ginormous banner? There's a super rare metal version, like mail order only. 47, 40, 42 pounds. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, Space Growlers, the Space Growlers were my very first army I collected. And I never got around to getting Bjorn. I got Ragnar and I've got Nigel over there still. But I never got my hands on, never got this mini. And then they replaced it with like some shitty version. So I thought it is a lot of money, and I thought, but okay. As long as they don't release more time next weekend, I'll be able to live with the fact that I've spent 42 quid on this. If they release more time this weekend, though, I'm going to be in deep shit. But I think, unfortunately, we're safe. A big banner. What's going to be on that big banner, out of interest? Is it going to be... You said Night Lords, right? So is it going to be a big flesh banner? Metal One in general chat. Are you fucking serious? Wow. Wow. I mean, that looks like that was, they threw some Warhammer weaponry through like a Scalextrics. Scalextrics? No. Lego Technics or something box. And when did that come? Did you say the 90s that was out? That is impressively bad. But it is Chaos, so, you know. I'm genuinely, that's a mini I've never seen before. Thank you. Never to be released again. Yeah, I know, Lucian. Seriously, like if I could go back in time 26 years ago, I would be like, listen, dude. First of all, you're going to be tempted to go out and get drunk on New Year's Eve, Millennium. If you do, don't jump over the fence at the bus station. Otherwise, you're gonna just don't run for the bus. And secondly, buy all the more time stuff you can get your hands on. Multiple war bands. You want to buy at least 2 boxes of it and keep one in cellophane forever. And then everything else. And then if you have any money left over after that, look at Battlefleet Gothic, but, you know, concentrate on the more time. Not sure, but on flesh. Are you going to do... My first thought was like tattooed skin. Potentially. That was my first thought. Obviously, I have terrible ideas, but... Except when it comes to more time, which is majestic. That's just a conversion. Oh, that's a conversion? Oh, okay. Okay. Orc Dreadnought, is it? Okay. Oh, I can see the... Oh, well, the arm bits. Well, they quite often use bits from other... Is that definitely a conversion, or is it like GW just repurposing Orc bits to turn into Chaos bits? Where was this sold? I don't know. I've genuinely the first time I've seen it. I mean, honestly, like if that's a conversion, then, you know, obviously kudos to that person who did that, because that's like a massive conversion. I don't want to be like... My phone just... What happened? Fine. I recognize the leg ends from a metal kit, but can't remember what they were. Are they up? Hold on. Paint can, we can wait for a second longer. Yeah, the Defiler, the box of Doom, I always thought it looked a bit weird though. I was never, I think the thing which put me off it was it's like the metal box with the random cannon pointing out of its mouth. You know what I mean? I always thought it looked a bit weird. I was never entirely sort of sold on it, so that's why I'm just like, I keep forgetting it exists, unfortunately. But I unfortunately think about like quite a few of the Chaos vehicles I'm not massively enamored with, which is rather unfortunate because like the Chaos, they got so many different ways to go with vehicles. I suppose I just live in hope that something saucy will appear that I like, because I don't like the stupid. Apologies if you like this, by the way. What was it called? The Lord of Skulls? Is that what it was called? The stupid thing? Not sure about the Helldrake either. Like, it looks like they've thrown on like trim just for the sake of it. Oh, it's Chaos. It's got to have, you know, ridiculously ornate trim everywhere. Yeah, the Lord of Shits. Hate this mini. With the stomach cannon, I can't stand it. I didn't mind it, but when they added it to Warhammer Fantasy Battle, I thought, what a joke. Hold on. What did they add to the Warhammer Fantasy? The Chaos Defiler. Defiler's best form was the Plague Hulk. How dare you? Sorry, Fat Man's Kitchen. Sorry, don't take this personally. Obviously, I know you're working on one and you're painting it beautifully. This is not an attack on you. Okay. I'm just like not massively sold on a lot of Chaos vehicles. They just look. They're either Space Marine tanks with spikes on, or I guess a freshly nautied up bunch of Chaos vehicles. Fine. I just think they look too goofy. Sorry. Actually, hold on. Let's talk about. Let's talk about really goofy. Let's talk about these pieces of shit. That Lord is. I'm sorry. Hey, listen. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you can't. Or, yeah, you're not allowed to like it. You like what the hell you like. Calgar ripped a head off one. Stream died. That was your end. You gotta look after your own, Lathius. It's basically Smash TV, boss. You love the Scorpion thing. You don't like the Hellbrutes. They're all over the place. They need to load at the same time under the same aesthetic. These really do have to go. Because obviously, like, I purchased the Emperor's Naughty Boy Army box when it was released. Their list is a bit shit. And like, you can take Chaos Spawn, and it'd been so long since I'd seen these things. I was like, what the? I can't remember what the Chaos Spawn looks like. I know vaguely what their whole ideal is, but it's been so long since I went. Anyway, logged on to Warhammer and went to this, and I was like, oh Jesus, no wonder these things are absolutely terrible. It looks like they got some blue tack or green stuff and just rolled it around in a bits box. And I'm like, it'll do. It'll do. Would rather have Plague Frogs. Awful then, awful now. Yeah. I have a lot of love for the Brass Scorpion. I do like the Brass Scorpion. And I do like the Khitan, right? So basically it's the Lord of Skulls, but like as he should be. He doesn't have the stomach cannon. He doesn't have tracks. He's actually got legs. He's got weird toe things, but whatever. Like this is I like this one. Temporarily out of stock. Bad times. Prefer the Lord of Skulls kit as a Khitan though. I've one painted from 20 years ago, but I really want to repaint it. Latest. Make that day tomorrow. Make that day tomorrow. How about that? Not as bad as Gary Morley's Possessed Chaos Space Marines. Wait, hold on. Lucian, can you put a link somewhere? You used to be able to make a Brass Scorpion out of 2 Defiler kits. Okay. That sounds familiar. Obviously, I never did that, because... but it does sound familiar. There are some nice parts in those. There are some nice bits, but I'm not willing to sacrifice however much, 34 quid to get my hands on a few bits. Like I like like this one was like with like the spikes up in the air. That just looks very... I'm pretty sure there are people on Twitter who would be all about that. The weird fleshy tentacle action. In fact, what was I? Yeah, they do have some weird tentacly bits and things. 2 miniatures for 34 quid. Hey ho. The Forge World made a big one. Hold on, made a big what? Chaos Spawn? I seem to remember that one. I seem to remember the old Forge Chaos Spawn. Was it Giant Chaos Spawn, do they call it, or something? Forge World Chaos Spawn? They did. Discontinue. Right? Oh, God, don't make me go on bloody... Oh, God. There. Gigantic Chaos Spawn, that's what it was called. Probably the worst resin model I've laid my hands on, quality-wise. Tongue action. Everyone likes tongue action, though, surely. The Brass Scorpion used to be made out of 2 Defiler kits. Oh, right. Yes, I do like the Forge World. Smash that button. Was it the Greater Brass Scorpion? I do like this one. I think it might... I don't know if it's specifically the paint job they did for this, like the sort of multiple clear layers of like clear red. God almighty, though, painting it would be... Was a nice paint job. Was a nice paint job. Oh, there's a spiked one. What a Chaos Spawn? This image is not appearing. Did you mean... Are we talking about this one? There are skulls and body parts in the machine. Yeah. Forge World made a giant... Is this the one you're talking of, Lathius? It's not. Oh. Because that was... Okay. There must... Okay, I'm not familiar with another one. Oh. Cheers, dude. Appreciate it. That image is absolutely tiny. I like I like the guy on the far right. He's got like with the three grabby hand. He's got his hands like there's like three things. I mean, that's definitely a interesting set of minis. Nice conversions, I guess. You know the sculpt. What's up, Chad? How's it going, dude? Oh, that. Have I seen that one before? Let's whip this bad boy out. Have I seen this one before? That's a rhetorical question. Yo. I've seen this sort of way of doing a mouth in like some films and things. I would like to get this one. I'm going to do Great Spined Beast. I'm going to make this a mission to get my hands on one. And then do a very sexy fleshy paint job. Icarus, thank you so much for gifting. Sorry, I'm waiting for the bot. The bot's going to interrupt me. Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to Crusher, Lasur, Pandas, Spark Minis, and Alice. Imagine if I am gathered. I am exactly imagining a fleshy one. How can you not? I'm waiting for the AI bot to interrupt me. She's supposed to kick in. Thanks, Lucian. I really appreciate that. Thanks. Let me just push this mini right here. 90. How big is it? Why? I am slightly concerned why the bot has not done what it's supposed to do. Let me see if I can find it very quickly, and then we'll go and have a... Get rid of you, get rid of you. Boop, 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 boop. We're logging in. Oh, hello. Because the alert, she's supposed to say some stuff for 5 gifted subscriptions, and she's not. She also sings. She'll sing some stuff for like let's change that to 45 seconds of singing, which is very fruity. Video alerts, 750 bits. Image alerts, 10 gifted subs, and flirty tier 3 subs or 1,000 bits, or £20 by the looks of it. I'm very confused why she's not. Maybe I was because I was on a different scene. No, that screen share also has the AI scene. That it should have worked. I'm very frustrated about this. Anyway, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. Thank you very much. Better than 200? Lucian, you... Yeah, that is true. I'm just trying not to imagine a great big fleshy, you know, spawn. Try not to imagine it too much, at least. It's very tempting. It's a sign of like a rhino. Should we have a donation goal? We have a donation goal. We can swap the donation goal from the Storm Dragon. Who wants a Storm Dragon? Let's do the fleshy Chaos Spawn instead. That sounds much better. If I can figure out where the hell... Oh!
Well, looks like Icarus Fallen 91 thinks I'm worth more than a few extra subscriptions, huh?
Thank you very much. Jesus Christ. That was very slow. That was very slow. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. The hype train. I didn't even realize we had a hype train, but thank you so much. Latheus. That was loud, was it? Yeah, I think it might have been. Let me see if I can... That's because it was like full volume. Let's knock that down a smidgen, shall we? Do apologize if you've needed your ear holes cleaning out. There we go. Fully cleared out via the old bot. Let's do... I will change the donation goal. Storm Dragon. Okay. Fleshy Chaos Spawn. Okay. Hold on. Bloody hell. This is very... Goal 1095. Alright. Screw it. Let's just upgrade that. Why not? That would be pretty hilarious. Jesus. Where the hell were we? We were slowly adding on some glazes of this, is what we were doing. I do apologize if I could have sworn that was all, those volumes were all correct, but they were definitely correct. I almost... Yeah, everyone eating tonight? Tell me about the food situation you all find yourself dealing with. Ba, 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 ba. Just finishing up some jacket potatoes. Oh, dude, how do you like your jacket potatoes? How do you do them? I personally like jacket potatoes with a sort of basically a thick, crunchy skin. Like not overly not so thick and crunchy it's basically overcooked, like burned or anything. But I do like that thick skin. You're right, Icarus. Okay. Just finish up. If it wasn't another, but we did get more Smurfs. We did. I know. The world is healing. Listen, all we need next. We did discuss it earlier, but we need more tyrannic veterans. That would be very awesome. That would be very awesome. And then once they've done that, a combat patrol worth of those geezers, then they can start worrying about other legions, other chapters, etc. You know? But first, we got to get the Ultramarines into a good place. You know what I mean? You mean bait and the others a touch too much effort? Hold on. By the scrap code? The bloody scrap code. God damn it. Did you manage? Did I miss you? Did you stream over the weekend, Lucian? I wasn't. As I said, I'm not massively on, like, Twitch over the weekend. So I didn't see if you got any more Rogue Trader action done. You did like the old Tyrannic War vets, yeah. I was saying to Gabba earlier, it would be very cool if they did like a combat patrol of Tyrannic vets. Or like a kill team. Like a kill team. Like not like sort of some of the like the modern not okay, hold on. Not like that's my face. Not like, you know, these sorts of kill teams where they're actually that one's all right. Not like the we'll get there eventually, I promise. Not like the scout, not like this where they're basically like all scout geezers. Like a mixed kill team. That would be pretty cool. Of like putting Primaris intercessors in the kill team, that's a bit meh. Novitiates, you know, like a sort of mixed unit kind of thing. That would be cool. Some of the best Ultra minis are Tyrannics. They really were. Like, I'm so glad I've got. I wish I had more though. I wish I had more than the 4 that I do have. But we will see. Possibly on Friday. You can't remember. Oh, stretch my leg. Zzz. Both legs. All right. Okay, well, next we'll bump up to Dark Reaper now. A little bit of a glaze of this. And then we're going to glaze in some shadows, I guess. These are just painting in volumes before we start doing stripes. So I'm not going to stress too much about these. He says, I am going to stress out a little bit about them, but I'm not going to stress out too much. Because we are going to be striping over them anyway. But I just like things looking as, you know, as nice as they as I can make them, at least. Without sinking 50,000 hours into them. That's I think honestly my major issue when it comes to missions. Like there is the amount of time. It's very windy here today. Very windy. So we will do another pass with these colors. What else happened over the weekend? Was it... Honestly, I can't really remember what the hell happened. We have, Chad, we have. I genuinely, like, someone sent me a message on Discord. I honestly, when I saw Marnius, I was like, my first thought was that was some Reddit Photoshop action going on. I didn't think they'd actually gone and given him another miniature. Obviously, he deserves another miniature because he's a legend. That goes without saying. However, as I did say, like, he should have been put in the Terminator armor to begin with, but I don't think at the time GW were keen on doing Terminators still. I think they were trying to make the Gravis thing a thing. What were TLDR? Yeah. Well, as I said, like, I'm very happy to see, like, I'm happy to see Marnius back in his Terminator armor where he should be. This pose is so much better than his previous pose, which was frankly terrible. I don't know what they were smoking when they came up with that. Let me see if we can quickly... I don't think... Hold on. Yeah, this pose is utter gash. Yeah, they gave him his Terminator. Well, he should have just been in it to begin with. He should have just been in it anyway, instead of going into Gravis. Like I do have this kit to paint at some point, along with Marnius Calgar in his old Terminator armor. maybe now, once he appears in his new Terminator armor, I'll be forced to paint him in his old Terminator armor as well. But I am glad that he's, you know, rocking new Terminator armor. However, I'd imagine people who support and like other legions and chapters are a bit miffed, and I completely understand that, and do not begrudge that or hold it against them, because I mean, this is what, his second miniature in 3 years, something like that, maybe 4 years. A bit ridiculous, isn't it? Not the weekend, but we did get to see the new Warhammer Day Mini and the new jump. Yes, we did look at the new jump pack, Captain. He's got massive shoulder pads straight out of the 80s. So I will be getting this one, and I will probably get one of this, maybe 2 of these. You painted a metal Calgar. I have the metal Calgar, Chad, in the cupboard over there. I've got the metal Calgar with his geezers around him. Not the one sitting on the throne, though. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? We only just had... I know we only just had a new Calgar, but we needed more Calgar. More Calgarification. Anyway, they should have just put him in Terminator armor to begin with and skipped this crap. You know? He should just always be in this because it looks awesome. And the pose is so much better than this. This pose is just weird. Anyway, Kato Sicarius, I prefer this one over the previous metal version, but this is utter gash compared to the double lightning claw version of Doom, which is far superior. And that's all I have to say about that. I like these though. These are snazzy. Badger means he should go to Legends. No, he is a legend, not he should go to Legends. How dare you, Lathius? Pre-lockdown? 8 years ago? Really? You hate it? What? You hate new Marnius? Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. 4 other legions got their 5 minutes of attention. It's time to go back. Scarred Vulcan, you're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. We do need to spend more time with the Ultramarines. Does this mean Calgar crossed the Rubicon? I believe, yeah, he did. Kato does look... I do prefer this Kato, wherever he is, to the previous metal one. I wasn't massively keen on the previous metal one. So I will definitely get this geezer. You're so out of touch. It's alright, Chad. It's okay. I think the only character that hasn't crossed that still has a mini is Ezekiel. I will bow to your knowledge on that one. I have no idea. I'm not massively sure about Dark Angels in general, except obviously they're very naughty. Yeah, I guess so. Well, they need to do something. Well, are they gonna the Ravenwing Bike Squadron? They need to sort something out with that, right? And the Dark Shroud. Are they gonna, like, what are they gonna do with the Dark Shroud? Because that's got, like, young whippersnappers in there, like the Firstborn. Back to Painted Chad. Yes, I'm going to. I'm just blaming this on you. So, yeah, we have had a look. Oh, Sammy boy. They need to upgrade him as well, right? And then they need to do a decent. And then they need to do a decent version of this twat. He's still Finecast. Yeah, they need to do a decent version of him. Yeah, as I said, I'm not massively sure about like Dark Angels, so I don't really know. I didn't realize he was still Finecast. You like the Lion model? Well, I mean, listen, no one's perfect. Latheus, no one's perfect. It's all right. It's okay. Also, would love it. Yeah, I reckon they should do that. New version of Sammy Boy. I think Ezekiel is one of the oldest models in the range. He's ancient and still metal. And he managed to avoid being Finecasted. That's pretty impressive, actually. That is pretty impressive. All you need to know about Dark Angels is they're basically the big JC of Warhammer. Oh, do you mean GZ Creasy? Of Warhammer sacrificing themselves for Big Amp? Oh, is that what they're telling everyone? And they want everyone to believe? Is that their story? Their truth? Hmm. Kinda, it's your truth. It's your truth. I find that phrase to be such a pile of bollocks. My truth. Yeah, it's my version of what's happened. It's not actually the truth, but it's what I want to believe. Just to make myself feel better. Anyway, Chad, I'll tell you what I did. I did get my hands on Bjorn. That was something I never got around to buying back then, and I'm kind of as I said, as long as they don't release more time over next week or so, it should be okay. They release more time in the next week or so, then I'm going to be in trouble. But I don't get. You got hooked into a political debate. Okay, we don't need a. I will. Actually, I'll tell you what though. With a proper Karen yesterday morning, I ended it by wishing her the best. That's honestly the best. Like, I avoid all those things. However, sometimes when you get drawn into a conversation, I find the thing which I like to say the most irritating thing possibly, and then tell them to have a nice day, and just to then ignore them. To wind them up something silly and then just blank them. Which is why I just can't stand talking about politics. It's just freaking tedious. Which is why we don't do it on this stream. I ended up by wishing her the best and no longer wanting to go around in circles. Then promptly put phone down. Well, that exactly. Yeah. No, I know. I can't help it. It's a real problem. I tell you what, though, I went to the post office this morning to send a package off. Massive queue, as always, in this post office. I don't understand why there's always a massive queue, but there's always a massive queue. So I was waiting in line. Admittedly, I cocked up by, first of all, I should have bought the payment thing online and printed out a label. I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't. Anyway, whatever. So I was in the queue. There was a person in front of me, and then in front of her was another woman, and she was queuing. And then there was a chap, and then another woman. Anyway, so we got to... Queue went down a little bit, and then the woman in front of me. All right, that makes sense. She went up. She wanted money to be changed into euros, I believe, or vice versa. Then she disappeared, and then it was the woman in front of her turn to go up to the counter. It's a really long, boring story, but you're gonna have to listen to it anyway. Sorry. She was about to be summoned, and then a woman just appeared out of nowhere and just jumped the queue. And there was a massive queue behind me, so she's just like straight to the front. I pulled some sort of face, like full on James Acaster face that he pulls sometimes. I was like, okay, she's changing money. The woman who queued up had changed money, but she was like, okay. And then she went, and then another woman jumped in. I was like, yo, there's a fucking queue. I didn't say fucking, I wanted to. I said there's a queue. I bellowed this out, and she said, oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm changing money. It means I can go straight to the front of the queue. I was like, I don't see a... I got really stressed out about this. I was really irked. And I was proper seething. Now, I might have genuinely missed a sign which said, oh yeah, if you want cash, you can go straight to the front. But the other woman who queued up in front of me to change money, she didn't. Why didn't she do that? Oh, I was so pissed. Really angry. I'm being very polite at the same time. Obviously. I was seething. And I couldn't bring myself to apologize. I was just very miffed. No one else said anything. What the... You utter toe rags. Yeah. No, sorry, yeah. But she said, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm allowed to do this. You might say that to yourself, but there's a massive queue. I need to drink some coffee again. That was a terrible way to tell that story. Evidently, I was so miffed. I couldn't get my thoughts together. It's the inaccuracy that hooks me in a real well, actually. Oh, dear. Yeah, honestly, it's... Yeah. I appreciate your grumpy old man story as a grumpy old man. Yeah, it was just really frustrating, but there were loads of people behind me in this queue, and none of them said anything. Now, evidently, maybe all of them knew for a fact that there was a sign which said, people who need money changed can jump to the queue, jump to the front of the queue. But then why did the woman who queued up, why didn't she jump? Why did she queue up for ages when she could have just gone straight away? That was... I was honestly seething, and I felt this ridiculous about it as well at the same time. Allow me to tell you a story. Okay, I will, while you tell me the story, I'm going to drink some coffee and do some painting. Yeah. Lucian? Exactly. Yeah. Victor Meldrew. I don't believe it. Queuing outside a bakery, I saw an old lady behind me and I said, you know what, love, you can go before me, just don't take the last apple turnover. You know what, Luke? You know what, Chad? You know what? I reckon you put that into her head. I reckon you put that into her head. She was like, you know what? I wasn't actually going to have an apple turnover, but he fucking put it in my head now. I really want an apple turnover. I reckon she was going to have a sausage roll until you put that into her head. So what have we learnt? First of all, don't let people go in front of you in a queue. Secondly, don't tell them what you're going to buy, especially if there's one left of them. That would irritate the bejesus out of me, though. You'll never forget her, Judas. Yeah, exactly. It's burned into you. So did you trip her up as she went out? Oh, I'm sorry, love. Let me open this door. Then thunk. Oh, sorry, I closed it on you. Limp down the street. Don't advocate for violence. It is tempting, though. Don't victim blame me, sir. No, I'm not. I'm not victim. No. But don't in future. It sucks though, because it's nice to be nice, isn't it? It's genuinely nice to be nice, but sometimes you really regret it. It really bothered me. The worst part was it annoyed me. Chad, this is the major issue. I'm just like, why is this irritating me? So I'm like, come on, I just want to let it go. Have a nice cup of tea and a sandwich. Or an apple turnover, but no, I can't have the apple turnover because she took it. God damn it. She had long gone and gotten away with her crime. Why you gotta seed? Is it seed? Seed the ground? Is that what you call it? Salt the ground? Maybe it's salt the ground with bear traps. That'll stop him. Glorious Granny. Listen. She had it coming. She had it coming to Lucian. I didn't know she had taken a turnover till he got inside either. Oh, I bet she was probably cackling to herself as she walked home. The worst part, the cashier girl had heard the whole thing and was basically giggling when I asked. I hope you didn't give her a tip then. What a piece of shit. She was like, no, the geezer out there who just let you go in front, that's his. Dear. You can have something else. Frickin' hell, Chad. I would have had mate. That I'm irritated on your behalf. Oh, sorry, love. You hit your head on the counter, love. Let me take the apple turner. Exactly. I mean, oh, you've lost your false teeth. You're not going to be able to eat this now, are you? I'll have it for you. Oh, it tasted so good. Collusion. Yeah, exactly. I reckon she probably suggested it. She probably suggested it to her. Chad, that's what I reckon. That's my story of what's happening. The cashier girl was to blame. Wait, did you didn't see her walk out with it? Maybe the cashier girl had it herself and blamed it on the old dear. Maybe that's what really happened. She was like, I'm absolutely starving. I need something for lunch, and apple turnover is what I want. And it's what I'm going to get. Now, how do I resolve this situation? Do I get what I want? I'm going to blame it on the old dear. This chap is going to hold a grudge for years. Potentially elbow drop this old woman sometime. No, she was too pretty. Oh yeah, Chad. This is the first. No. I would love. I would. No, don't. I suspect she was a key part of it, and she was yeah, no, don't believe it. The betrayal at Calf was nothing on. Look at this fine pace. You don't want to let that young upstart behind you have it. He won't appreciate it. Not like you. Can you imagine? Oh God, can you imagine? I can. And you're my favorite customer. You should have this. You're the favorite. Bloody hell. I thought I was the chosen one. Yeah, well. Your time will come. All right? And then you can, and no doubt this will be at the expense of the old granny. And you can be like, there's a little learning lesson for you, my dear. I know you won't remember, but there was a time when I let you go to the front of the queue. And as an English person, you should understand that queuing, well, there's a whole thing to it, all right? And you fucked it. You fucked it. You fucked it really hard. And this is what happens. Getting way too into this. I don't go into that bakery anymore. My time will never come. No, well, listen. This is exactly what happens, Chad. Exactly what happens. I hope you write. Did you break out the pen of rage and maybe write a review? You may have noticed. You may have been missing my custom over the past few years. I've not been into your establishment because, frankly, I was let down. I was let down by one of your staff members. Now, they might have gone long ago. But unfortunately, you evidently didn't teach them how to behave. And yes, it should be their parents' job to teach them how to behave, but seriously. If you were really their favorite customer, they'd put one aside under the counter. Yeah. You're like, yo, got my under the counter pastry. Then you go in there like some sort of person doing a drug deal or something. You know? Sort of sidle up to the counter and sort of wiggle your eyebrows and be like, you got a package for me? I may have written a review on the competing bakery that they have the best buns and baps in the bay. I have to say this because unfortunately my brain went straight to the... Well, were you reviewing the staff at the bakery? How well you know me. Listen, I would do the exact same thing. You've got to, without reviews, how do people bloody know? Then they also fall into the same error. Same mistake happens to them. Bloody disaster. And everyone's miserable in the entire area. It's your duty to write a legitimately bad review. Yes. Not just like, I don't know, Tuesday and I woke up grumpy. I know it's Monday today, but, hypothetically. How well you know me. Suspiciously is the only time I stop. It's the only way I stop for pastries. Furtive pastry. Listen, getting your hands on a nice bit of pastry is worth your time and effort. And you should treat yourself to many of them. Furtive pastry purchasing. I like the idea of that, though. I like the idea of it. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of... Yes! I love it when you're doing your part. Thank you very much for doing your part. Hashtag appreciate you! Hello, Mimic. What's cracking? I do apologize, by the way, if you heard any of that conversation. It's been a very stressful day. A little bit off topic and a little bit bananas, but there are rules. Okay, there are rules, so I don't feel too bad, but hopefully you didn't come in and go, what the hell is this idiot talking about? Or if you did, thank you very much for agreeing with me. I found a devil's pastry, a bacon cheese turnover. Yo, that's a good mix. That is a good mix. Hey Ragnar, what's going on, you saucy beast? I mean, they have missed out on a treat. Well, you, Chad, they've missed out on you. You are a treat. Just settling in some overtime painting for work. We are groovy. We are groovy, or at least, well, we're just. I was grumbling about queuing at the post office today. I had to send a commission off, and fine. Just very, very irritated about it. What are you painting? What are you painting? Ragnar certainly missed out. Damn right he did. Ragnar, I hope you're well, dude. Happy Monday to you. Was there a lot of You know what? I was thinking that. I was legitimately thinking I've not heard anyone tut. I felt some people looking angrily or like slightly irritatedly towards these people. Especially the second one. Because she like the one I yelled at. Because no one else was saying anything. I had to step up. I might have put my foot in it, but whatever. I didn't see a sign, so I don't feel too bad. Spark Minis, how are you? Hello. Happy Monday. We're British. We know how to keep... Yeah. You would have thought she bloody didn't. Was so irritated. I'm irritated that it irritated me so much. Hey, only the ones that have it coming to them, Lucian. And frankly, you know, pastries are bloody delicious. I can't help it. You do have a confession about queuing. All right, talk to me. Talk to me. It's confession time. Let's go, baby. I don't know what happened. Ragnar actually yelled at someone I'd never seen before in my life. In front of other people. But, okay, right. Okay, so, shit, hold on. Let me put the lids thing on here. Okay, this is going to be a very bad rendition. The counter is here, right? With 2 post office people behind them. You can't really see this. Hold on. Let's go to the slightly wider view. Okay, so there is a counter here with 2 post office people, right? Here. Okay, I apologize for the goals that are in the way. But there's a fleshy chaos spawn on eBay. That is a goal. It's a great horny one. Q. There's a woman. Okay, hold on. We're going to use paint pots because they're actually fit on the screen. Okay, so woman here. Another woman here, and this is me here. Skaven Blight Minge. Right? Okay, so a woman And there are two customers. This one goes. This woman is about to roll up. No, she did roll up, in fact. She had been queuing. There was a massive queue. She rolled up. She had money to change to euros. And she disappeared. And this woman here in front of me was about to go. She was just waiting for her number to be called. Like, queue number 1, I believe. Then, some piece of shit does that. She steps in front, and gets money changed. Okay? I'm so sorry about this. I can't help it now. She goes, and then quickly, this other piece of shit, this other woman, this other person, let's be nice, goes in, and this queue, I felt all these people behind me going, what the... This woman in front of me said nothing. I said, excuse me, yo, there is this massive queue. It's right here. I said, actually, I'm allowed to do this. I know what I'm doing. And in a very grumpy manner. And I just I thought, I'm not going to humiliate myself anymore. But I did get quite un-British, or un-English as well. So you're painting ship plaque orders for the Royal Navy contract. Oh, wait, hold on. So how big are these ship plaque? Are we talking? How big are they? I'm so sorry about that. It's just evidently irritated me way more than I expected it. Anywho. In my youth, back in my teens, I cut the queue for a bus. I thought it was a victimless crime. Yeah. Then an old granny behind me with a double crutch said, "Oi, sunshine." And at the moment, I knew I F up and went to the back of the queue ashamed. Hey, listen, Chad, you at least went back to the back of the queue where you belonged. Right? Badger played RL40K. Yeah. You have minis? I do have minis. No, but they're all stuck on these, and I didn't want to... I suppose I could have used... I could have used some of, like... This was... I was thinking about it. Basically, this was the woman who rolled up and basically jumped the queue. This, like, little... She's a rat. Yeah, that's right. This is me going raging. Arrgh! Get in a bloody queue. No backup from anyone. At all. Spineless. Spineless. I just thought, fuck it, right. Let's get back to tutting like a normal English person. Oh, 4-inch diameter. Oh, okay. So are you like you do sign painting then? Like, do you do like proper, like, I don't know, I'm proper sign painting? Like, I don't even know what you call it. Is it sign painting? Well, I think there's a proper word for it. I have seen people like with the really long brushes, like with the really long brushy bits, doing like the stripes. I enjoy my complete lack of knowledge of the words. I do enjoy watching people do that, and also very jealous. I don't know how they do it. You did a full German suplex over the counter, Ragnar. If I'd given the chance, I might have. I have a theory. Go for it. Well, Chad, this might have been an issue, yes. However, I do get that, and I do, which is why I didn't go too far down the irritated train. However, the woman in front of me, sorry, the woman in front of the one in front of me, right? This woman, this is me. So this woman here, she queued up for ages and only changed money. Why did she queue up? That was why I was like, is she? And then I used that very same till for, you know, so like it wasn't specifically for money changing. Pinstriping. That's the word I was looking for. Yes. Once you engage, it is on. I'd probably ask to tell her if she could stop giving her stuff and send her the packet. That would be... Problem is, that would be... I wasn't 100%... I wasn't entirely sure, because I'd not seen a sign saying people who want to change money can skip the queue. That's what... I had not seen that, so frankly, I was too irritated to look. Next time I go in there, I will check. I'll have to remind myself to check, just so I don't potentially make a complete twat of myself in public again. I think you need to review the crime scene. No, I am going to return. Yeah, I'm going to, but not too soon. Not too soon. I want to leave it a few days. Then I'll go back and be like, oh shit, there is a sign. There is a sign. I've never seen it. I've been in there a few times. I've never seen this sign. Oh god. I think you'll find she would have queued either way. Yeah, not to. Oh god, I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Wednesday or Thursday. Anyway, we need to do a little bit of glazing, Incubi Darkness, and glazing some black. Then we can attempt to do some pinstriping of our own. Although mine is going to be terrible. So you have that to look forward to, ladies and jelly spoons. I appreciate you for putting up with it. Also, yeah, go for it, Ragnar. The music stopped. Okay, I can now relax. I am relaxed now, I promise. Still no success. Folks, we need to figure out a way to get Ragnar painting black armor in a way that he likes. All right, folks, this is going to be a mission. Going to be a mission for all of us. Okay? Oh god, you clipped me. Shit. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Lucian. Cast foot of Gork. What the? Oh, God. I have that video with sponge stippling. Looks good enough, but I can't get it to work. In what way is it not working? I mean, is the brush loaded up too much, or potentially too little? Skill issue? Well, it's gonna be one of those. Is it probably one of those bloody you got to invest time into it kind of deals, which is always fun. The learning experience. It's a learning experience. We love a learning experience. Like I learned at the post office that maybe I should double check the signs before just flipping out. That was my learning experience for today. You just ranting here? Sorry, hey, rant away, dude. Join the club. Join the club. Black is hard to see what you're doing. Maybe I should try it with red or something. Well... Potentially, yeah. I mean, you can always wash over it with like a thinned down Black Templar as well. Yeah. If it's looking too bright, you could wash over it with a thin down Black Templar mix of Doom. Maybe. Would that work? Because that would make it less bright. He wanted to cast Brain Burster and didn't have enough wire energy. Dave, listen. I don't know what you're doing. I just literally need to put some music down. All right? You missed everything. You missed everything. You just got home. Nice one, dude. Did you, Oh, dear. What's the plan for tonight? What's the plan for tonight? We are actually painting here, seriously, though, so get wrecked, nerd. I literally just put the brush down to put this music on. I've been ranting a little bit. Feels slightly bad now. But we are making progress. Progress is happening. Right, this is going to be black arm. Well, a bit of black leg, actually, but we need to go... so we got to do some stripes over this. We don't want to go too bananas with it. We need to get some volume. Assembling? How bloody rude. I know, I know. I'm frightfully sorry, dear chap. Don't take it personally, alright? It's not you, it's me. Etc, etc, etc. It looks blue. Yeah, well, using Incubi Duck, well, it's greenish actually, isn't it, really? Rather than blue. Yeah, we are making progress. We are going to glaze over it with some black, though. And then, obviously, we've got the stripes to do, which we're sort of slowly psyching myself up to do. It looks blue. Yeah, I think. Yeah, the thing is with this camera, it does struggle a little bit with getting the... There is an issue with some colors when it comes to... Specifically, hold on, let me see if I can get them. Like turquoisey and jade colors. I can't remember which one it is, truth be told. But like some of them definitely appear on camera way like a lot bluer than they are in reality. Now I suspect potentially, yeah, see this color, I mean it says Sotek green. If you have Sotek green at home and you hold it up to your screen, you will know that this looks a lot bluer. Yeah, so I think it's these sorts of colors which the camera does struggle a little bit. Now I'm sure if I could do a proper, you know, white balance, things might improve on that front, but yeah. I do keep forgetting about that, actually. It's a bit of a frustration. Like, whenever I get around to making a YouTube video again, I have to attempt to color balance it all over again, and it's just like, God damn it. Maybe one day we'll get this working. Okay. I reckon we're just going to start working on the glazing in the black, and then we can potentially, before we do that, got to fix chainswords, need a little bit of black paint on. We can start worrying about like making these things actually stripy. Cheapskate. I know, dude. I know. Listen, when we make it on Twitch, you know, maybe we'll be able to afford it. But until that time, I'm afraid we'll just have to suffer collectively. Collectively suffer. What was I going to do? Black. And it is September, by the way, folks. So, let's use this bit of wet palette there. Okay, I needed to do these chainswords. Need a little bit of tarting up first. Oh, Ninja Finger. Hello there. How you doing, dude? Thank you so much for the 82 months. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. How's it going? How the devil are you? I hope you're well. I hope you had a magnificent weekend. Okay, there was another chainsaw to fix. Ticking along, still busy. The school's not back yet. I guess. Must be sort of getting close to that time though, right? Doing all right, thank you. Tickety-boo, as much as possible, as much as one can be on a Monday. Got to see my dad today, which is always good. My niece, my niece, oh, hello. I've forgotten the name of the bloody things now. You know the marshmallow things with so I've got a biscuit base and a great big thing of marshmallow, and it's covered in chocolate, and it's got like silver and red wrapper. And for the life of me, the name was just plonked out of my brain. Anyway, that was my niece via the Parent Express. Because my niece lives in the same village as my dad. Like my brother lives in the same village as my dad. You know, his family's there. So tea cakes, exactly. No, not a wagon wheel. Tea cakes, yes. Tunnock's tea cake, yes. So my niece was like, "Oh, I want to give Uncle Joel a tea cake." Now that, coming from this particular young lady, is a freaking goldmine, because she absolutely destroys pudding, anything sweet. I don't know, puddings, cakes, I suppose chocolate bars as well. She is all over. But she managed to. She was like, "I want to give Uncle Joel a tea cake." Very lovely of her. It's very nice. They are back. Oh, it's tons of other work. God damn it. Don't overdo it. Ninja Finger. So yes, that was very good. I got to send a thank you message to my brother to sort of say thank you very much for that. Oh, well, this is supposed to be a glaze. That's not a... This is actual just... Tunnock's tea cakes. Yes, of course, it's a Tunnock's bloody tea cake. Why did I forget the name of that? I do like a wagon wheel, but the wagon wheel that I really like is the one with the jam in. Now, I don't know if those buggers still exist. I don't know if a jammy wagon wheel still exists. They might do, but I rarely see them. Or I'm just looking in the wrong places. Which could probably be that, truth be told. Mars, how you doing, by the way? I hope you're well. Happy Monday to you and all that stuff. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope everyone had a good weekend, except that woman at the post office. We are making progress. Progress is happening. We got striping to do on these. It's going to be very stressful. It's going to be very stressful putting these stripes in. However, it's going to be good practice. It's, you know, we gotta make us do these things rather than relying on. I am going to regret saying this. Rather than relying on decals, I know there are going to become situations where I'm going to need to use decals because, like, it's just way beyond my capabilities. But I reckon, like, doing hazard stripes, I'm just about okay with. Make kids laugh, lick the top, stick them to your forehead, and call yourself a Dalek. I've never seen anyone do that in my life. I mean, my niece, she wouldn't know what I don't think she would know what a Dalek is. She is only 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. So I think she's not going to know what one of those is yet. Got to get her onto the Warhammer first. Probably do another pass of this little glaze. Ooh, that's a bit too not glazy like. Too late, was a tad under the weather last week. Still no. Oh, bloody hell. I mean, it's like, is it like flu-y or something like that, or just some random pain? Don't want any stressing about stuff, dude. I can confirm they do exist in the blue wrapper. Oh, in the blue wrapper. Yo. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna have to hunt the blue wrapper bad boys down. Because I do like, because those are the best ones, definitely. You've got good taste. They are definitely the best ones. Wagon wheels get smaller. I know. I try not to think about it. I usually put it down to like the companies being greedy rather than anything else. You know? Or take a what's. You know, it's been a hot minute since I've had a what's it, cheesy or otherwise. What's going on there? He's... What is that? There's like a... I don't know what that was, but there was like a little tiny thing. Whatever that was, it was embedded in a layer of glaze. So we're gonna have to finagle that into position. We'll do one more pass with the black, and then we can potentially start striping in, which is going to give me major headaches. I don't even. Oh God, it's 8. Oh Jesus, when did that time go by? Okay, we'll do another pass with the black, and then we will. Well, tomorrow we're gonna. We'll probably get a fair. I'll start striping off camera because I've got a bunch of time in the morning before I start streaming at 4 o'clock UK time. So I'll get a bunch of it done off camera, and then we'll do some of it on camera. Wednesday, I'm not sure if we're going to be streaming the commission or just something else. But we will find out when Wednesday rolls around. But Wednesday is not tomorrow, so unsurprisingly, in case anyone was surprised by that, Wednesday is not tomorrow. Was dizzy when I was upright and got worse with bright lights. GP said no, thought it was a blood glucose level being too high, so went for a blood test. Results came back. Best they've been the best they've been for 3 years. That's some good news, at least. That is some good news. It's weird about the other thing. Dizzy when you're upright. Like when you said, that's the bit of chainsaw I needed to fix. When you said like dizzy when you're upright, like I know some people when they stand up after sitting down for a bit, they like the sudden change in sort of like sitting down to standing up causes like the blood pressure to sort of dip and sort of causes people to faint and stuff like that. So I was thinking, that was my first thought. And then my second thought is, I'm not a bloody doctor. So, you know, who knows? I hope they bloody well get to the bottom of it, though, obviously. And it's going to be all groovy. That's what we'd like to hear. Blood pressure was spot on. Yeah, that's... I don't know, man. Human body's weird. I don't understand, like the epilepsy crap. It's just very irritating as well. Very irritating. Well, I hope you get to the bottom of it, because, you know, never good having anything like just going on and you're not figuring out why, at least, like what's causing it and stuff like that. Yeah, we're definitely going to do some stripy stripes tomorrow. So that's basically not going to be too complicated. I attempt to do like 45-degree lines using Scrag Brown to begin with, like a thinned down Scrag Brown. One of my all-time favorite colors. Old Scragalicious. We do that. attempt to get the lines in firstly parallel, which is a nightmare, honestly, with these weird, like, compound. It's not just like a circle. It's not just like it's not like a cylinder either, for that matter. I mean, it looks cylinder-ish, but it tapers as well. So if you start drawing a 45-degree angle line, even, then it starts off parallel at the top. By the time you get down to the bottom, it's sort of gone wee. It sort of got fatter or something. It's very irritating trying to get those lines parallel. So we are going to give it a bloody good go, though. And then if it doesn't look right, we're going to use tactical filth and weathering to sort of tidy up any bits which could be better. We got 2 more of these bad boys to do. Concaves, I don't know. Well, it's not concave, but it's like, it's not perfectly cylindrical. Because it does taper up. It's fatter at the bottom. It's fatter like this way. It's also fatter this way, and it's narrower up here, but it's, I don't know, it's just a weird shape. It's a weird shape, and the shoulder pads are just as bad. I mean, these are sort of, they're cylindrical for a little bit, like up to around about here, and then they go then they're like wee all over the place. It's just, oh dear, we did all right. I'm happy with what we did for the commission. I'm not disappointed or anything like that. It did require a little bit of adjusting here and there, but that's just how things go. It's all groovy. Actually, a tapered cylinder, yeah. Exactamundo. But anyway, this is just like, we spent all day all the stream doing this and just talking utter drivel as well, not just drivel. But this is going to get us in a good situation for when we do get around to doing the stripes. Like, the general plan is get the stripes in. Glaze in some highlights to the stripes as well. Glaze it of like the yellow stripes, and also glaze in some highlights for and shadows as well for the black bits of the stripes. Now, I did actually finish the commission. Where is the? I'll show you. We'll briefly show it off on camera. What's happened there? Hey, copy link is what I wanted. So we did actually. What is going on? So we did actually end up with this is like, so the commission. So the stripes, we did actually glaze in some Incubi Darkness, Dark Reaper to begin with. Then we did the stripes. Then we sort of tidied it up a little bit here and there. And then we glazed in a little bit of Dark Reaper and then Thunderhawk Blue at the top bits. And then we did Avalon's. We did the stripes with Avalon Sunset. Then we glazed in some sulfuric yellow. Then we did a smidgen of Ushabti bone glazed in. Down at the bottom, we just glazed in some scrag brown, and then pure black. So we did end up with, like, I am happy with these stripes. Like, some of them, these power fists, these lightning claws were a weird shape as well. So getting these lines absolutely parallel was a bit of a nightmare. But we did get there in the end. Well, as close as we could. Like these ones, these shoulder pads were a bit multi-dimensional. We're going to use that word. Trying to get them parallel all in a row was work. I am happy with the result, though. I really do like these. And these are the first Chaos Terminators I've ever painted as well. Well, 40k ones, I suppose. I should say. I have painted the Cataphracti ones for the World Eaters, but I really like. I did record painting this geezer, so I do need to attempt to make him into a video. I really like this one the most. If I'm allowed a personal favourite, it would be this chap here. I really like painting this one. I like double lightning claws, though. So I am, you know, that's why we want Kato with the double lightning claw action. Multi-dimensional, also known as not straight. Yeah, exactly. Hey, we just got to. It's just rebranding things, Ninja. It's where we have to roll. Otherwise, it's going to end up, you know, miserable or something like that. I don't know. You got to shoot. Have a great one, Lucian. You look after yourself, young man. I have also just seen the time, so what I'm going to do is, well, you got the face for the moment. Let's see if I can have a quick little butchers. At what? Sorry. Jesus Christ. Sorry, that was the Twitch front page. I was not expecting. Okay. Let me have a quick butchers. I mean, we are back tomorrow, and we are going to be painting hazard stripes. You want to see the hazard striping process, or at least the way I do it, then being here tomorrow is what you want to do. I do see that. Yeah. All right. I know where we're going to go. So, I'd like to say thank you very much for hanging out with me today. You've all been very lovely. Thank you very much for the resubs. Thank you. Thank you very much for the follows. Thank you very much for the gifted subs. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let's go and raid Studio J7, who's a lovely, lovely chap. You should all be following him anyway. If you're on YouTube, I don't actually know if Studio J7 has a YouTube channel. I should probably remedy that. Either way, but we're going to go and raid them on Twitch at least. So YouTube, I'm afraid, we're not going to be raiding. We'll just be ending the stream. Let's get this raid underway, though. Please come through and say hi. And if you're not following them, you can drop a follow, because follows are free. I can't get this raid working. Control V. Well done. Copy and paste the one which is belonging to you, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you, folks. Let's get this raid underway. Thank you, and good night. Look after yourselves and each other.